All right, guys, welcome here to our fifth week, and it is not lost on me that it is our spring break week. That in mind, I'm going to try to keep the video shorter than usual, probably be much shorter than the normal 10 to 15 minute range here. So all I want to remind you guys about is just where we are, where we're going, and what we've done in the past week or so, and where we look to go in the future here and for this week. So for this week, we are moving on to our next unit. That is 3.8 in our SCC text. That is narration, or I'm sorry, argumentation, I mean to say. So we've done narration, description. Your essay for description was just turned in at the end of the preceding week by the 31st. Your narratives have been graded and returned to you, so you kind of get an idea of grading expectations and what I'm looking for and how I assess you in terms of the rubric. So your final unit here actually consists of two papers, but both on the same topic. The topic is an argumentative topic. It can be a contentious hot button issue if you want, but there are some there are some ones that are no-nos, let's say, some that I would rather you not do, and you guys can look at the announcement to get a sense of that. It's just a way of avoiding reading the same abortion paper or the same let's legalize marijuana paper that I've read 1,000 times. So I'd rather you guys pick something original and creative. It doesn't have to be something global or large scale. You could write an argumentative paper on why a gymnasium, a gym, by your neighborhood would improve the neighborhood's overall health. Okay? You could make a proposal in that sense, make an argument. You don't have to necessarily do a hot button issue, but these are things going on in the news and in the world today that we hear about all the time. So think about something you want to argue. You want to persuade your readers, your audience, to side with your perspective for or against a proposition, let's say. And that proposition can be, you know, as I said, things we're talking about today. Do we build a border wall? Yay or nay? Why? Okay. The findings of the Mueller report will fully exonerate the president. Yay or nay? Okay. These are just two random examples that I'm picking out of the hat, so to speak. You could maybe make an argument that public school lunches should not be free, okay, or something like that. And whatever you pick, keep in mind that you're going to have to do a research essay on this at the end of the class in May, okay? The first paper you're going to do is no research required. It's just you arguing your case. Okay, and that paper is going to be due in 2 weeks' time. But for now, go ahead and do the SCC exercises. There are a couple of them there, and you'll see them in the announcement. And then there's also a discussion forum this week. So you have 2 assignments to do this week. So the discussion forum assignment requires you to read 2 selections from our reader. One is Jonathan Swift's A Modest Proposal. I don't know if you guys have ever read that or heard of it. If you haven't heard of Jonathan Swift or A Modest Proposal, perhaps you've heard of Gulliver's Travels. That's a work that kind of transcends Swift's reputation as an author and historical figure. You've probably heard of at least Gulliver's Travels, but A Modest Proposal is his other hugely important and kind of controversial work. Because the reading public during the 18th century didn't know that it was a satire, okay? And it still is a satire. It's a particularly effective satire. He's not literally asking us to eat infants in order to stave off the poverty and hunger crises going on in Ireland at the time. But why go about it like that? Why suggest, by using irony and satire, why suggest that we eat the young and let the weak and sickly die off? Okay, is that what he's really saying? Or is he saying something else? Does he actually have a legitimate prescription solution in that essay? Okay, if he didn't, and he literally wanted us to just eat the babies, so to speak, or the people at the time to do that, then we wouldn't be reading this thing, because it would be the work of a madman, okay, a maniac, a murderous psychopath, okay? That's not why we're reading this. We're reading this so that we get a taste of the most professionally sustained piece of irony in the English language, A Modest Proposal, okay? And kind of ask yourself, how does irony work as an effective rhetorical or argumentative tool, okay? So there's that, and then there's William Hazlitt on the pleasure of hating, okay? There's some irony and ambiguity in his work as well, but he kind of gets to the heart of the matter, that people, human beings, we're not really good people. We kind of get a little sick pleasure out of seeing other people in pain or suffer, or just hating them. There's a certain self-sustaining engine that's going on when we hate somebody. We feed off of that and continue to go about hating the person. It's hard to let go and to just be at peace with ourselves and the object of our hatred, so to speak. And William Hazlitt, by the way, is credited as being the greatest essayist in the English language, 19th century writer, okay? So you have two classics here to read, and then after you read them, go ahead and check out the discussion forum. Remember, you contributed original post, and then you must contribute to a classmate's original post for you to get the full credit, okay? So, again, 2 assignments this week. 1, the SCC exercises, 3.8. We are getting into argument and persuasion. That's 1. You also have the discussion forum after having read in our reader Jonathan Swift's Modest Proposal, William Hazlitt's On the Pleasure of Hating, and start thinking about a topic. Remember, your first argumentative essay is going to be due at the end of next week. So you want to be thinking of something about which you want to argue for or against, let's say. If you need help, you could come to me. I have some suggestions on the announcement for the week. But if you want some further guidance, I welcome you to go ahead and reach out to me, and I am happy to help you guys, okay? So it's not a heavy back-breaking load this week. I understand that it's spring break. Do budget your time how you need. We have from now until the end of the week, the 7th, in which to complete these 2 assignments. So go ahead and get those done sooner rather than later, and of course by the deadline. Otherwise, guys, any other, I think I have your descriptive assignments to do. I think I still have a few backlogged assignments to get back returned to you. So you could be on the lookout for those throughout this week as well, and you'll see where you stand in our gradebook. All right, I think we're clocking in at under 10 minutes here, so I will let you guys go with that. Have a great week. See you next week. Bye-bye.